Have you seen the new James Bond movie?
No, what's up? What is it?
It's a great movie. I mean, look, I really enjoyed it. I saw it the other day. It was supposed to come out like 2 years ago, and a big part of it. Do you see the thumbnail? It should be the second one on the Trello.
Oh, the
A
Stephen
big
Colbert thing.
yeah. So a big part of it, like when they were coming out with it,
That's
they were
that's
like,
how I feel when I hear about Stephen Colbert. Okay.
You're
What
not a
is it
fan, eh?
now?
You're not a fan anymore.
No.
You've lost interest in Stephen Colbert. I mean,
No.
he does have a look like he has a look on his face like because they announced like the next James Bond will be black female James Bond, and he has a look like finally, finally we get to have what the community really wanted, a black female James Bond. But it's so funny the way they did it, dude. The
How'd they
movie's
do it?
the movie's great. So here's what they do, okay? At the end of the last movie, and spoiler alert all over, spoiler alert. It's still a good movie. I don't think it'll ruin the movie or anything. But at the end of the last movie, James Bond is dead. Within the first 10 seconds, of course, James Bond is still alive. Of course. But the whole agency thinks that he's dead, and they've given his 007 status to her. She's like the next hustler in this, like she's like the next spy killing it in the game right now. So they give her the 007 status. So at the beginning of the movie, they have to do one or two missions together. It's really tense. She's telling him like, hey, like they're in the office together and someone says 007. They both look over and she's like, I'm 007. Like she's like giving him shade or whatever. So they do one mission together. It's good. They're setting up like this is the next 007 James Bond. Like this is the next 007 maybe, right? But then halfway into the movie, after like one mission, she goes up in front of him and to their boss. Like they've been fighting this whole time. She's like, I'm 007. Don't try to take my spot. I'm doing this. Get out of my face. Whatever. You can be 008. You can be 006. I don't give a shit. I don't care what you are. I'm 007. Like she's fighting.
Sure.
Halfway through the movie, at like after one good mission, she tells their boss, she's like, sir,
He is double.
permission. Basically, she said, permission to relinquish 007 status back to Mr. Bond. He's just too sexy. Like something. I don't know. So they give it to you. They give the social justice thing. They advertise with it. Everyone's doing it. They give it to you, and they go, no.
I get it. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And
They
honestly,
go. We gave you a black female 007 for 30 minutes of the movie. There you go.
30 minutes. 30
You guys
minutes. You
happy?
had your black female 007, and then we say no, and then she gave it back. She only gave it back. So it's all, dude. What? How insulting to do the line even. It's terrible. It's just so dumb. Like I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Like, look, they both did good. She did her job. She was tight.
Mm-hmm.
And she's a beast. She beat the shit out of a bunch of people. She did great. Why is she coming back into the office saying, sir, I just must say that. Like, the people are dying. She goes, sir, permission to
Well,
relinquish
the
007
Bond
status."
franchise is like, it's its own thing. I mean,
Yeah, you can't go from, like, the sexist shit it's been. Because it is pretty rough. Like, they like,
dude,
I think
it's just like, it's like
so many
shoot 'em
girls.
up, shoot 'em up,
Yeah.
have sex with women. That's the Bond franchise.
Yeah, dude. And I just saw a clip of like 10 inappropriate Bond moments, whatever. Dude, there's moments where Sean Connery's just like slapping a girl's ass. Go on, man talk. Like he does stuff like that. He just smacks girls and like pushes them against the wall. And then they're like, oh, like there's one where he's just like, he smacks her. He's like hitting on her, whatever. And she's like, behave, Mr. Bond. Stop it. I don't want this. And then after like another, like one more smack, and she goes, oh, Mr. Bond. You're so your charms cannot, like, just a lot of movies did it back then. It's just weird to go from that to like black female 007. Like they have their tropes. They're a big part of their thing is like they have the hot girl that he's gonna bang, like just randomly bang some other hot girl in the movie.
Sure.
She usually dies the next day.
Yeah.
Talking shit like this. The whole thing to me too is a bit of a, like, it is a bit of British propaganda, and you're gonna hate this point now, I bet. But what you are gonna love about this is that, have you ever noticed, like, do you watch James Bond movies?
Not really. I watched a few.
Haven't
I
seen-
mean, I'm
you watched
not
a few.
like, but I'm not a diehard. For sure, not a diehard.
I think I know why you lost interest, because if you watch any James Bond movie, you'll notice the American characters are all idiots. The whole thing is a bit British propaganda. They basically, what they're doing is, this whole movie is a fantasy that,
I
like,
like
hey,
where you're
we
going
still
with this. I like
we
where you're
still
going
run
with
the
this.
world.
Yeah,
They're basically. So even the American guy, the American CIA spy, he's so dumb in it, and he dies in like the 20 minutes. Sorry, spoiler alert. I should have said it first. Already said spoiler alert. But like, he dies in like 20 minutes. They always show the Americans as these bumbling idiots. They have lots of money, but they're unorganized. They don't know what to do. They're like kind of hicks even. James Bond comes in. Don't worry, mate.
Yeah,
Queen
right.
loves you.
The name is Bond, James Bond, and then he's like suave and classy, and he kills everybody. Yeah,
Just saves the day.
You're
Yeah.
right. It is a little bit of propaganda, but that's not why I didn't love it. I just felt like the, I don't know. It's this felt like a franchise that has run its course a long time ago, but they're just doing the same movie. It's like the Fast and Furious 12. It's like we've seen the Fast and we've seen them get furious. How many more times can we do the same movie? They're like going into space now. I mean, like they've lost places to go with the franchise.
Dude, you know why? Because they got the James Bond mentality. They just go forever.
Go forever.
Go until people stop watching.
We're McDonald's now. We franchise everywhere. Listen, but can I just say, I mean, this whole time I was looking at Colbert's face, and I realized what I don't like about him.
What's up?
So on his last show, The Colbert Report, everyone loved it because he had this smug face, but it was satire.
Right.
But then we saw him get a show, and he's got the same smug face, and you realize, oh, maybe he's actually just like this. Like, he's got this face that's like,
yeah,
I'm right, of course.
Meanwhile, it's like meanwhile,
in the news,
justice, black female Bond. Thank you. I'm so happy.
It's about time. All I have to say is, couldn't come soon enough for me.
Right? Like, okay. The two things too about that, like,
can we watch a little bit? Well, I'm just gonna put on the trailer. No, I'll put on the trailer in the background while you're talking.
I mean, I was just gonna say, like, you have a market. It might be kind of over too, but like, do black women want to see, or like, do women even want to see someone go around and beat the shit out of everyone and like do that? Like, it might be just time to stop it. You know what I mean? It does seem like it's like very violent, very but I guess it's fine. But I just don't think like they're into it. I don't think women are going to be like, yeah, like when we see a girl beat the shit out of everyone, like in a because I think they're better than that in a sense. Like, is the rom-com not their action movie, or no, or am I being sexist now? Tell me in the comments.
No, I would say you're right, but then again, I wouldn't touch this topic with a 10-foot pole. So
really, so yeah, I mean, yeah, I just don't see. I'm not seeing it. But
it actually looks like a great movie here. I'm
watching
great movie.
Yeah.
This looks like a great movie here.
The movie's pretty tight. It's very sexy.
It also feels like I always feel like I've seen all the movie, seen the whole movie when the trailer's finished. Though, it's like they show you all the best parts now. That is the trailer thing. Totally, it's like they'll show you like the person dying, everything. They'll show. But this looks like they spent like 3.5 hours or 3.5 years to create a pretty good movie actually.
Once you go super social justice too, you lose all the one-liners. Like if you watch the old ones, they always had silly one-liners. Like they'd have like one Indian guy. I remember there's one with an Indian guy, and he like wins a bunch of money at the casino. He's like, "Here you go. You'll be in curry for weeks." He just says to the Indian guy, like, he just walks away. Roger Moore's like, that'll keep you in curry for weeks, and he just walks away. Like they just do jokes like that. You know what I mean? Like they always have someone from another country, and then like they kind of do the stereotype of that country, but it is almost like a shout out.
So you're saying it's fine. You just say, as an Indian, you're saying, hey, call out the curry.
Do the curry joke. Look, as an Indian, I'm saying like financially, I don't think, I think it's over. Like I not because of the women, like not because of anything else. I think the ratings might start going down now because you can't do stuff anymore. Like it's just not appropriate to do like half of these jokes and half of these things. As soon as, dude, when they said, when she came in and she goes, I'm 007, people in the theater were like, refund! Give my money back! Like people were pissed.
She looks over, they go,
like, I'm 007 now. Give me my money back! And several people walked out. But little did they know that in 20 minutes, you're just going to come back and be like, sir, relinquish 007 status back to Mr. Bond.
Of course.
Really?
Now,
who would do it? Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough. Well,
it's a kick-ass movie, though. It rips. It rips from the minute it starts. It's tight.
I'm going to go watch it now that I've seen this. I just never feel that big of I don't really feel that big of a drive to watch too many movies now. There's not too much that excites me. I don't know if I'm just getting older, but how do you feel about that, Amish?
I do feel like the other thing too with James Bond, why it's not going to come back like this, is because when they made the franchise, they were just coming out of being like the top country in the world. They still had this Commonwealth thing. Now, like Bollywood has like 6 James Bonds, dude. They have like 6 of their own. Like when these movies came out, they had like some corny ass James Bond. But now the Bollywood one, you're like, this one looks better. Like I think they have a movie called Dhoom or Boom, Doom or something like that.
Mhm.
It rips, dude. They got the same. They just hired the same stunt coordinator, same car, and then they have their own
But
guys.
what I'm trying to say is, are the movies getting worse, or am I getting outdated and out of touch?
Yeah, no, it is. Look, this is one thing as an old person, I can tell you and Wyatt and everyone in the audience, you're gonna lose interest in movies and music as you get older. I think, like the way that you would go to a concert when you're 20 years old and you're like, oh, this band is the best, and I follow them and I remember their names and I know that this is birthday or whatever. Dude, 30, forget it. You're not gonna remember some guy's birthday.
I'm a scammer. Gonna rip you off, take you down.